Welcome to Corvallis. We're crawling. You gotta know what sauce you're going in with. So the decisions are already made.
Wow.
Oh,
lovely.
yes. Time to get that go. So he used to work with college football teams as like an athletic equipment manager. He does like food for like the Beavers all the time. And like if there's like a visiting team, like they'll all eat here. When's it gonna be like Cascade BBQ where the pros eat?
Something like that sounds pretty good. My background is pretty much all athletics. Started off as a student manager here at Oregon State, turned that into a 20-year college athletic career in equipment, and gave it all up for barbecue.
But like when you come in here, you know you're using the absolute shit out of this.
Oh yeah.
This is a production facility. This is not side of the road advertisement. This is getting used. You're pulling a double hat trick. And to me, that is doing barbecue, but also running a restaurant. That's why I applaud you, because it's like you're doing two things at once.
I always go back to my athletics. Yeah, you played on Saturday, but now you have a whole new game that you're going to play next week. And like what you did last week means absolutely nothing. So like you're constantly changing and constantly getting better and constantly pushing the envelope. Like, okay, you know, so what you did last week is last week.
So this is one of the most wonderful buildings in all of Oregon to me. We're going to TacoVino today. If you live in Corvallis, TacoVino, it's like Taco Church. It is the place everyone knows about. It is one of my favorite spots on earth. It is always buzzing. They are kings of the weird taco. We love them so much, we invited them to do a dinner with us at AKIRA. So we literally did Taro and Jason, their chef, collaborated on a whole menu. We did a whole tasting menu, sort of half and half. And so that was a lot of fun. Taro was chopping up fish to put on their tacos. They were coming up with cool stuff that he was putting in their rolls, in his rolls. So they're a lot of fun.
It was gonna burn the shit out of me by my ear.
You know, that to happen.
Oh man, so good.
We don't really.
My man.
My man.
My man.
My man.
My man.
My hair.
My man.
Looking glorious.
Your attention to detail is unparalleled. People don't realize that. Like the food's the star.
That means
right?
a lot.
But then you start going down the list. Alcohol, drinks. There's literally music. Like what people are wearing, logos, the walls, the pictures. Like that stuff becomes important in our subconscious almost just as much as the final product.
We're not normal business owners, but we don't run a normal business. And like, we pay attention to the vibe. We pay attention to like the music. We play hip hop because this music I listened to growing up, and like it makes me feel good when I'm at work, and it makes people feel good. Like loud music in a restaurant, it makes you feel like you're at a party.
A great night of service should feel like a rock show.
Yes.
It should be loud. Yes. There should be a line for the bathroom.
Yes. Forced into a conversation with somebody you weren't going to have one before, but it turned out to be a good time. And we want to transport people. We want to take people somewhere else. You just have to have that experience of like seeing what works in other places or traveling. Bring a little bit of that back with you. You know, that's key. That's important. It's easier said than done though.
I feel like in Eugene we have the community. It maybe feels like the industry's lagging behind. You know, and maybe you guys have the same problem here.
I think a lot of people get into it and want that like immediate payback. We're not a numbers place, we're like a passion place. Geez, I've seen the fish you guys bring in, and like it's a real hard thing to do. It's a real hard thing to like get it. You know, Andrew from Antiquum just moved down to Eugene, and he's like, boy, I want you guys to come down and open up a spot there. Boy, it's awesome when people want more of you. It's terrifying also, but it's very humbling. Man, I really appreciate it.
Oh,
I look forward to seeing your video with Taro, and this one I'm a little scared of.
Thanks for being on it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Cheers, brother.
Free donuts.
Okay.
So
so sophisticated.
That's a sophisticated cherry chocolate donut.
The way they do the flavors is really fascinating because the donut itself does not feel really sweet. You know, it doesn't feel like they're glazing every donut and then doing the toppings. So I feel like I'm actually just getting an awesome bit of cake. It feels like you're eating like a hot cake.
It's like nice light cake.
Yes.
It's not like a dense, nasty, oily donut.
Right. And because they do the toppings fresh when you order, it feels like it hasn't like molded to the donut yet. So you can tell it apart a little bit more. And it's just so mellow. The flavor is perfect. Yeah.
Buckets of rain, buckets of tears, got all them buckets coming out of my ears, buckets and moonbeams in my hand. I got all the love, little baby, I can't stand.
What I think is interesting about what you did here is you're someone that comes from an aspect of this industry. Totally. Then you shifted into a different aspect of the industry, and what I really like is your attention to detail and how you program stuff and like the emphasis on things being different.
I think the first thing was looking at food trucks and looking at like Portland, Bend, just kind of like even Eugene, places that had food truck pods. And one of the reasons it took so long for Corvallis to be accepting of food trucks as like the city and stuff was because they saw it as this like dirty parking lot, grungy, kind of like all the negative. But going to Bend, you see these like really nice places and people are like huge outdoor places, fire pits.
Right.
And so that's kind of inspired us to do something more like this.
You do feel like you're in like Disneyland or something. Wait, this is so much nicer than most food carts. This is like so much nicer.
We cranked a lot of food out of this thing. A lot of food.
So it's a tiny home made into a food
home.
court.
Yeah.
Well, the way you design this is brilliant because the biggest thing that blocks people is this. Not many people are able to have this in their food cart. Oh, we're taking the back way. There's a secret way.
This is where the food runners run the food back and forth.
So it just goes to show you how smart he laid this system out for maximum efficiency. I know so many cooks that would kill to just be a one-man show in here. Like for real, this is really well laid out. A lot of people, I think, especially in restaurants, will maybe wait years to open a restaurant because they're waiting for the right space. A space dictates a lot, especially the size of your kitchen, the way your kitchen's laid out. All this stuff does change sort of how efficient your output can be. It's a trip to see what he's done with this and how different it is from a lot of carts. The aesthetic really matches the whole beer garden. There's a lot, you know, there's a sense of continuity, and it feels like these are meant to be here. Common Fields, the community hub of Corvallis.
What makes it worth it though? Like to drive an hour to Corvallis from Eugene to do this?
Every 2 spots is something worthwhile, something totally different. Like literally, you know, we went to a taco spot and then in the next spot over there was a super awesome Belgian crepe place.
It all flows really well. You know, it's not like Eugene where you're like, I'm gonna get in the car and drive 20 minutes to eat this one place, and then drive over here and eat this, and it's just, you know.
Right.
Then go get a chicken bake from Costco. No.
It's just a fun little day trip too, because I feel like in Eugene sometimes you just sort of get burnt out on the same spots and just shaking it up a little bit. And it's not the distance to Portland.
I think that's what it comes down to. Is like it's a way to do something different that's not going all the way to Portland.
A food field trip. Is that a wrap?
Close it. Close the video. I don't know how to end it. What?
Wait, this is like the.
What's he doing?
Board. Crawl. Like should we actually just crawl? That's a wrap.